So today guys, we have another money saving tips video.
What? This is a cheeky one. Our lives have been so much better. That's what I'm talking about.
Everyone wants more freedom, right? What's happening, FreeGang? We are coming to you live.
But not live.
From our home in London in our bedroom. And in our bedroom, sat on a bed, it can only mean one thing.
What can it mean?
It's a sat down talking video.
Oh, it's a talking video.
She got there eventually, didn't we? Let us know where you guys are coming live but not live from. Are you sat down, ready for some sort of talking on a bed? Maybe you are. Let us know in the comments below with the hashtag live but not live. So today guys, we have another money saving tips video to go with the series of these videos that we've been doing recently. We did some shopping challenges once, but we've got something different for you today.
Yeah, a lot of you have been asking for more money saving videos. A lot of you said you're on a low income at the moment, which as I said before, it's nothing to be ashamed of. We've all been there at different times in our life.
So today we're going to be sharing with you the 15 things, I haven't got my hands, the 15 things.
15!
Yeah, 15, there we go. We got there. So yeah, it's the 15 things that we never pay for. Maybe some of these we used to pay for, we don't anymore, or we've never ever paid for. People work really hard just to get these things, to have them when maybe they don't need them.
So less things mean less work, more time, more freedom, and that's what we're all about.
Everyone wants more freedom, right?
About these money saving tips, a lot of them we haven't done because they're money saving tips. Money saving is just a byproduct. It's for other reasons. For example, we wanted to be less wasteful, like we were moving more to zero waste, or we just preferred doing it that way. So watch till the end guys for an amazing money saving tip, and we're gonna add up how much money we have saved in a whole year of doing these things. I mean, it's going to be multiple years because some of these things we've not been paying for multiple years, but we're going to add up over the year how much money was saved.
So let's get started.
Number one, this is one thing we haven't been paying for most of us for years, which is haircuts. I cut my own hair, I cut Bob's hair, and now I cut JoJo's hair. I was so reluctant to cut JoJo's hair. He was telling me to do it for years, and I didn't want to do it, but I did it, and I did a good job. And if you haven't seen that video, check it out where I cut his hair from long hair to short hair. I didn't start cutting everyone's hair to save money. It was just that you preferred it when I cut your hair. Yeah. Sam preferred it when I cut his hair, and I preferred doing my own hair, and I preferred colouring my own hair because I always knew that I would get it right if I did it myself.
So when you look at this from a savings point of view, and you bear in mind how many haircuts I would have got each year, JoJo, yourself, including any colour or highlights you get, we worked out that the savings would be £1,320 for a whole year, which is pretty cool. That's a lot of, that's a holiday.
Yeah. I think majority of it I used to spend a lot on having my hair coloured and cut many years ago. Because it's a lot more expensive for women to get their hair cut than it is for men. I
could probably get all my haircuts in 1 year, and that would be the same price as you doing it once.
Yeah, so most of those savings are from me, but still, yours still adds up, doesn't it?
Number two is takeaways. Now, when we say takeaways, we mean obviously takeaway food. Some people, on average, get it 2-3 times a week. I know there's some people in this house that get it a lot.
Sam and Emily get a lot of takeaways, but we're not including them because they've got their own money, all right? They're not included in this video.
We base this on an average of what we would get and maybe what people get in general.
Yeah, so we used to get a takeaway maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And most people go to takeaways for that convenience, that quick convenience thing. But we realised actually it's just easier to just get a couple of frozen pizzas out of the freezer and put them in the oven, and that's just works out a few quid each for each pizza.
So as you can imagine, over the year that totals up quite a lot, buying takeaway after takeaway after takeaway, and in our case it works out of 1,500 every year. So which is a huge amount of savings.
Yes, that was just going from one takeaway a week, which is about £30. £40,
yeah.
So imagine if you're having 2 takeaways a week or 3, in some cases, like triple that. But that was for health as well, wasn't it? Because we found takeaways, they're putting so much oil in there.
Processed salt.
Processed salt, yeah.
Just processed ingredients in general.
Table salt, yeah. I wasn't feeling too good after them. But whereas if we get something like One Planet Pizza or something like that,
which is a much better choice,
which is frozen pizza, it's just, it doesn't have that much effect on me. Number 3, this is a cheeky one. We do not pay for Netflix or Disney Plus.
Or any of these online on-demand subscriptions, which you pay like anything between like 5 and 15 quid a month.
We try not to watch so many things. We're these types of people who try not to just sit there for hours on end watching series after series, because I just feel like I'm one of those people that like to get something out. You like to watch comedies and that from time to time.
But I've got a limit on how long I can just do these like box set series or anything like that.
Yeah, and we just find when we're not watching things all the time, we're just going out more, we're having more adventures and moving our bodies more.
And if you do watch stuff, we want to learn stuff, maybe documentaries or real life stuff. Yeah,
I feel like I have to be learning something all the time, but that's just me. And there's no judgment here from me, because I get it. I understand that some people want to escape every now and then and watch things.
Yeah.
But anyway, we do get that sometimes. So we used to pay for things like Netflix, but now what we do occasionally, if we want to watch something that is on Netflix, we just go and borrow Sam's Netflix.
He does know about this. He does say use it, and then if he's using it, we just don't use it. If he's not using it, we can use it.
And we also have a friend with Disney Plus, so from time to time we'll borrow her one. Thank you, Amelia. And we'll borrow her one and watch something on there. That's a good tip for you guys. If you know someone that has it already and you don't watch tons of things, just from time to time, just ask them, can I borrow your account? And also, if you don't feel comfortable borrowing their account, then it's only £2 to upgrade to have 2 devices.
So you can share it, yeah.
Just say, can I give you the extra couple of quid? Or can we go halves on it? And then we share the account. So you spend a little bit of money, but you're not spending the same amount if you had your own account.
So based on having these subscriptions, paying monthly, we figured out that we save £200 every year by not paying for these subscriptions anymore. Number 4 is Amazon Prime. Now again, this is another on-demand video service, but it's mostly obviously known as being a delivery service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Delivery next day and stuff.
So we used to pay every month for Amazon Prime, and one of the reasons I didn't want to pay for it anymore was because, I don't know, they're just such a big company, and I'd just sooner give my money to more independent companies. We still use Amazon from time to time. I tried to lessen the amount I was using it, but most people go to Amazon Prime because of the free delivery and you get it next day or the day after most of the time. But it actually is still free delivery. If you spend over £20, it's still free delivery. Or you can always use someone else's account. Yeah, but if you don't have that option, you really, really, really need something from Amazon next day, then get the Amazon Prime and then cancel it. And then wait until you next need it, because a few months might go by and you've not used it. Because sometimes we had it and we weren't ordering anything for months, and it was Next one is TV.
Yeah, and broadband. Generally like TV package and broadband, isn't it?
We haven't had a TV for I feel like it's about 8 years now, and our lives have been so much better. No news scaring the crap out of us. Yeah, we just do more stuff, no sitting there like gormlessly flicking through channels.
That's a remote control in that hand.
Trying to find something.
Pressing your finger with your thumb.
Yeah, again, no judgment. Most people have TV, right? So,
I don't know, I think more people are moving to like just online stuff.
I think they are, yeah, but...
like watching YouTube channels like this on their TV.
Yeah, most people have a TV, so there's no judgment from me. We had a TV for many, many years. But yeah, so we don't pay TV licence. We actually know loads and loads of people who have TV and then still don't pay a TV licence because they feel that they don't agree with it and they don't agree with the BBC, you know, and stuff like that. their choice. But there's lots of videos on YouTube of people not paying it and they're showing how they deal with it. I'm not telling you to pay it or not pay it. I'm just saying we know a lot of people that don't pay it because they don't agree with it and nothing happens.
And they save money.
Well, we don't have to pay it anyway because we don't have a TV. Also, obviously, we don't have any TV package, any Sky package. We used to pay about £80 a month.
Even the cheapest are like £30–40.
And we don't have broadband as well. Sam does for his work. He pays for it. Anytime we have to access the internet, we just tether from our phones.
So take into account TV license, a broadband package and a TV package, which most houses do have, and we did at one point have. For a year we have saved £1,120.
What?
I know, at this point I'm just like, that's another holiday, we're getting loads of holidays out of this.
Yeah, we always say that. We always say that, like, when there's an amount of money that we've saved because of something, we're like, that's a holiday. How much was that?
1,120.
We could actually get in a taxi, drive to the airport, get on a plane, fly to Spain, stay there for a week, all inclusive, fly home for that amount of money.
Sounds like a good deal to me. Number 6 is Spotify, or a Spotify subscription.
We love music. We like music.
So was that some music jingle or something?
We love music.
That's why we call it Spotify, because we just got Katie to listen to.
It's one of the things you may not know about us. We're obsessed with music. We listen to music all the time. We're always singing, we're always making our own songs. These lot are always playing instruments. But we don't pay for Spotify. There is a free version of Spotify, which I had for a while, which is actually pretty good. You do have ads on there though.
Yeah. Is that what so the subscription means you don't get ads?
Yeah, and there are some other things.
Okay.
There are some other things. But mostly, we listen to music on YouTube for free.
But of course, if you did really feel like you wanted Spotify for some other reason, like Katie said, there is a free one. If for whatever reason you feel like you need the payable one, there are combined packages where you can do it for 2 accounts, 6 accounts, like a family one. Again, you can share it between households or something. It's
only £2 more to add another person on. Sam's actually got Spotify, so we could say to Sam, can we pay you the £2 and then...
We can ride it off Sam with all of this, haven't we? Get a son! Good tip. Because with a son, you can save £120 a year, which is what we are doing.
Next one is car washes. We haven't paid for car washes for years, and it all started when he broke my window. I had this little window and he cracked the window, and then I couldn't take it to a car wash. No one wanted to touch it because they didn't want the window to go in, and he wouldn't get it fixed. So we just got used to washing the car ourselves. And I was going, oh, we're saving money. Also, we used to have it valeted as well, which was about £30 every 6 months or something when they clean the seat. But now you just take the Hoover down there. To be fair though, our car does need cleaning. I'm trying to be honest with you guys, it needs cleaning. But we used to take it so often that we've just saved so much money just doing it ourselves.
Yes, in total we've saved actually £70 every year for not taking it to the car wash or valeting service. Number 8 is to do with the car as well. This is car road tax. Now, we don't have to pay any road tax on our car because, well, at the time we got it, it was considered good on the emission side of things, and you know, meant it was in a no tax bracket. We
wanted a small car that was really eco-friendly. So that was one of the things, that we didn't have to pay car tax. Also, it's so cheap to run our car. I know this is like a side money saving thing, but it's so cheap to run, and the insurance is really low on it as well. But yeah, that's one of the things we just don't pay is car tax.
And because of that, we save around about £200 a year from not paying it.
Number 9 is still to do with cars and roady things. We rarely pay for parking. I'm going to say rarely on this one, but we hardly ever pay for parking. We kind of learnt this having the van. As most of you know who've been on the channel for a while, we have a camper van which we go and travel in. We found a really good app called Park for Night, and it's got loads of cool places that you can park overnight and park for free. We realised actually there's so many places you can park for free, even in cities. For example, retail parks, you can normally get 4
hours, some of them are all day.
Yeah, some of them are all day.
And you don't have no obligation to pay for anything.
Supermarkets, some have a limit on 3 hours, but also some are just all day.
Yeah, and some might have, like, you spend £10 in store. And then other times what we've done, we've just looked ahead, especially with the car. We've looked ahead at the area we're going, what time we're going, and then looked on Google Maps on the street view, so you can see the actual restrictions on the signposts.
We attend a lot of parties in London. We attend a lot of parties.
You know, we like that kind of lifestyle.
What we do, like...
Gatherings, events.
Gatherings.
Let's put it in that.
Alright, let's say that instead, otherwise it just sounds like we're trying to...
Oh really, is that what we do, isn't it? It works out so well that it's about £100 saving every single year for us. So I recommend that one too.
Hey, this is a good one. Meat and dairy. And eggs.
Animal products.
Yeah. We've been vegan now for 8 years. And that was a big part of our shopping budget, was cheese, eggs, milk, meat, and we have saved a lot of money not buying those things. And we don't tend to buy the replacements that sometimes can be a bit expensive as well. We just eat mostly whole foods.
And we figured out that saved us about an estimated £600 every year when you bear in mind how much we'd frequently shop and how much extra it would have cost us. So yeah, that's a great saving for such a simple change as well. Number 11 is bottled spring water. Now, this isn't something that we personally bought a huge amount of because we used to distill our water, but occasionally when we were out and we didn't have any distilled water with us, we'd buy bottles of spring water as we were going, and you know, it does total up, doesn't it, when you're doing it quite frequently.
But now, wherever we are in the UK, we find a spring and we go there and we fill all our bottles up. We take our bottles with us.
We sometimes plan our journeying around picking up water at springs, don't we?
Because we never drink tap water.
And from not buying any bottled spring water for a year, that's £120 saving.
The next one we don't buy is tea and coffee. I'm talking about Starbucks,
Costa. Tea and coffee shops.
Tea and coffee. We used to have a rule, because we didn't like how wasteful it was getting these throwaway cups. We used to have a rule that every time we went out, if we didn't bring our reusable coffee cup with us, then we didn't get one. And it taught us then to bring it every time. But now we're a bit more conscious of the water and conscious of what we're putting in our bodies. As we just said, we don't drink tap water. So, of course, the water that they're using to make teas and coffees is tap water. So we just come a bit more conscious, and now we've just got a flask that we take around. We don't always take the flask out. Yeah, we'll make our own tea or our own coffee and take the flask with us.
Or matcha. As
matcha.
We met Chocolate Family Fizz.
Yeah, we made them matcha.
I didn't get any. Can you make me one after this?
Yes.
Good. With spring water, please. Now, when we calculate how much we saved on this, we based it on if we both had 2 hot drinks a week.
Which is
about £3 each, so that'd be about £12 a week.
Yeah, which is actually probably the least. Most people I know, they buy these drinks all the time.
Every single day, yeah.
We know people that work in the city that every day, even though they're in their office, there's free coffee and tea available.
I used to have that when I used to work at MTV. We had tea and coffee machines, free tea bags, free plant milks.
Really good coffee as well they had in these machines.
And I would just take my fill, and I had all people in my office going, no, I'm going to Pret, I'm going to Costa, and
yeah.
I don't know. But each to their own.
But that's their choice, yeah, that's their choice. But what we're saying is we base this amount on the fact that we used to have about 2 a week, sometimes more.
And so based on that, it works out about £600 a year saved by not buying tea and coffee. And do you know what? If you want to buy tea and coffee and it is convenient and we know the enjoyment of it, that's absolutely fine. But we're just making you aware of how much you could save.
So you can imagine the people that have one every day, which we know a lot of those people that have one every day. You do the math.
It's another holiday.
That is a holiday, isn't it?
It is. That's the Bahamas.
Next one is we don't buy so many toiletries now. This is mostly because of trying to reduce waste, and also because my body reacts, or our bodies react very, very badly to toxins. I've been reading this book, and this guy's saying about how if you use perfume, you're breathing those toxins in, it's poison, and your liver is constantly having to work to clear, and it can cause so many other problems in your body. So yeah, we don't buy perfumes. If we do want to smell nice, we make our own concoction out of it, essential oils.
Just rub an avocado on yourself.
What? I'm gonna...
How about mango?
I don't want that image in my head. head.
Why are you thinking about that then?
You rubbing an avocado on yourself. To be honest, that is a really good thing. Putting avocado on your face is a really good face mask.
She's on board now.
I just imagine you doing something else, but anyway. Another reason is zero waste reasons. That's why I started using zero waste feminine products. Like I have a moon cup.
You've had a moon cup for a long time as well.
I know, man. I've had a moon cup longer than people even know moon cups were around. I'm talking about 15 years, like if not longer.
You've had a moon cup longer than there's been an actual moon. If the moon's real, that is.
Don't start about the moon. Don't. What is the moon, alright? Comment below.
We know what the moon cup is, but what is the moon?
Yeah, I don't use razors anymore. I did start off on using this zero waste razor for a bit, but I couldn't get on with it. So now I just use an epilator, which is just a thing you just plug into the mains and you just pulls the hairs out. It's quite painful, but I kind of got used to it in the end. It gets easier as time goes by. Also, toilet paper's another one.
We don't use toilet paper at all.
Yeah, we talked about this in videos before. Basically,
Katie's going to live stream a demonstration.
No.
How she does it instead. Let us know in the comments who would click on that and report it probably.
We use portable bidets now, and I just find it so much cleaner as well. I would not go back to toilet roll. Even if someone gave me a life supply of toilet roll, I still wouldn't go back to it because I just find it's cleaner. Imagine if you trod in dog's muck.
Imagine it, come on. Yep, good, they're there, good.
Yeah, and then you wiped it off with a dry piece of tissue.
No, you'd wash it off and spray it off with some pressure.
Wouldn't you clean it off with water? You'd find a river or you'd go home. And you wouldn't just get a dry piece of tissue. And it's better for the environment and it's just less wasteful. But there's no judgment from anyone that uses toilet paper, okay?
We're not the anti-toilet paper brigade here.
Anti-toilet paper. Are you anti-toilet paper?
Are you anti-toilet paper? I am. Are you? Get over there, toilet paper freak.
It's another label. You're creating another label. Stop.
Down with Andrex. Moving on to the savings part. So when you take into account, take out toilet paper, feminine care products, razors and perfumes, we figured out that we save £300 a year from not buying any of those things anymore. Mini holiday. That's a trip to Butlins. Number 14 is alcohol. Now, we have not had any sort of alcohol for quite a while now. We did have a time in our lives where we would, you know, have it now and then a few times a week. Yeah. It becomes quite regular. People have it maybe every weekend.
Bob used to take me out on the town in London. We used to have such a good time. But, to be honest, we have a great time without it. I don't feel like we need it.
But for all the enjoyment people may have with alcohol and then the not so enjoyment the next day, it does total up in money, and we figured out it worked out about £360 a year that we would have spent on alcohol, which we have now saved many years in a row.
That wasn't for money saving, that was for our health, and we just
health and sanity basically.
We just didn't connect with that vibration anymore.
And the last one, which is completely relevant to now that it's March, is Christmas tree decorations and stuff. Why is this one on here, Katie? Are you responsible for this?
People started making comments that they were on a low budget around Christmas time. That's actually when I started making this list. It was around Christmas. I think it was just after Christmas. I had Christmas on the brain. I thought, Christmas.
This one ended up last.
I know. Most of the people we know buy a brand new Christmas tree or a new, what they call a real Christmas tree. They're about £30–40 every year, and they buy new decorations and everything. A lot of the stuff we have with Christmas, we just reuse. I love my Christmas tree. I've had it for about 20 years. It's a beautiful white Christmas tree. Most of the decorations we've had.
Yeah, lights and everything we've had for such a long time. We've not bought anything new for it for so long.
Wrapping paper, we have reusable crackers, which are really fun.
So all of these things which kind of come into a Christmas decoration package, we haven't paid for a long time. And so we figured out with the cost of a tree and these sorts of things which people would normally buy every year, we saved £50, which isn't so much a holiday, but it's a good saving. You can maybe get you a weekend in Southend, maybe.
Yeah, but the thing is, all of these things, when you add up every single thing, I mean, you're looking at a flipping decent holiday, I reckon.
I'm glad you chose a serious face now, because we're going to reveal exactly the total savings for the year.
You've already added it up, haven't you?
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Before we get to that, Katie has her tip of the day, though.
Katie tip of the day.
What's my tip of the day? What is it? Do you know what? I feel like I'm going to give you the tip of the day.
Tip of the day.
So this is something which factored into us saving money in the things that we're already paying for. A really good tip is to go into your bank statement or credit card statement and just go through all of your regular transactions. See what stuff you are paying for on a regular basis and really assess how often do you use it? Do you actually need it? Will your life be any worse for letting go of it? That's what we did with a lot of our outgoings. When we had Netflix or Amazon Prime, we looked and we thought, we're paying this, but we don't need it.
We had so many. We
Yeah.
just had so many of them.
And we ended up saving just from doing that at least £50 a month, just from cutting down these things. So yeah, that's the top tip. Time now to reveal the grand total. I've got it noted down.
I
here.
need to move positions for this.
So we worked out that in a year, based on all of those calculations of everything we have stopped paying for, but still getting in some cases, we have saved £6,756 every year.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a holiday to Mars, Jupiter.
That is what I'm talking about, Bob. See?
If you want to put it in real life terms, that could be like a good chunk of a deposit. That could be a new car. That could be rehousing a relative you don't like.
Yeah, money's good for lots of things. But, guys, if you don't want to get rid of all those things, you go, actually, I quite like having Netflix, or I quite like having my own Spotify, then you could just ditch other things, like the takeaways. £1,500 a year.
Or just start reducing. If you get 2 takeaways a week, maybe just save once a week.
Yeah.
Or if you have Netflix, do those ideas that we said where you share it with someone. All of these little bits add up and you could be making a huge saving.
We really, really hope that this video has helped you guys. That's why we make these videos, because we genuinely want to help you guys. So comment below any of your money saving tips, anything that you figured out, any other money saving videos that you want to see from us.
But that is where we end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you all in the next video. But remember, before we go, you guys always stay free
And keep rising.